Hello everyone. We're back. Oh, the music's ending already. Like the new music? I got some more, and I've made a miscellaneous stream, like archive? Why did I say archive? Playlist. There we go. And hopefully the music is better for today's stream. A bit more relaxing from another game series I love. I love Monster Hunter so much. You guys are so lucky about you streaming today, because I want to get back into Monster Hunter Generations, but playing on the DS fucking hurts my hands, especially since I've been playing on the Switch lately. I need to get Generations Ultimate, but that's like $100 here. Okay. Monster Hunter aside, we are back, and we are going to dive straight into the looking back into the Receptio Scandal. I need to bring something up though. Let me just switch over. There we go. Okay, let's see if it'll actually show now. Okay, so yes, this one. Yeah, this doesn't exist anymore. This isn't the first one. Yeah, that is part 1 where they talk about the staff. Yes, this is still up. This post is still up. This one isn't. I'm going to see why, maybe. Maybe he posted something about that. Here is the third one. The third one's still up. 4th listed. This is still up. I think the rest are up. I couldn't get the 5th one to work at when I started. No, it's up. Yeah, it's all up there. But what isn't there... No, it is here. Where the fuck did you go when I tried to find you before? Huh? Okay, so... this is still here. I thought that the YouTube channel got deleted because I couldn't get to it beforehand, but no, it's still here. Luckily, I guess, we actually do want to look at this video at the very least, because this one has auto translation. It's not the best. Like, auto translation, it's not the best, but we're gonna try and work with it. Because I don't speak the language he does, and it's, you know, an auto translator, I'm actually going to give him more leeway than I probably should, because I don't know how different our languages are, and what one thing could mean, and what, like, what is it? What's a good example? Like, let's say in Japan, for example, an old way of expressing your love was saying, what was it? The moon looks beautiful tonight. That's how you say I love you. That was like a direct way to say I love you in Japanese. But, you know, we would just say I love you in English. That's a very old example, but I hope you get what I mean. That languages are weird, man. So I will give him probably more of the benefit of the doubt. We'll check these out too, see if they've got auto translators. I don't know if they will though. But there are a few other things I want to look at. My mother linked me a news article, actually. Yesterday, I'm pretty sure. So we're going to look at that from, yes, The Critic. Receptio Gate and the absolute state of academia. The numbers game and has incentivized bad behavior. So, while I do read this out, I do have a sandwich with me, so I'm going to be eating. I'm sorry, but, you know, a bitch has got to eat. It's just peanut butter jam. It's nothing special. I should have eaten this as I was setting up. Damn it. So, we can listen to the article. No, I don't want to do that while I'm eating. Okay. Forget the Christmas panto. The most hilariously bizarre show in town this holiday season has got to be #ReceptioGate. Our story begins with Peter Kidd, a researcher specializing in medieval manuscripts, found that his work had apparently been plagiarized by one Dr. Rossi of an obscure Swiss research institute called Recipio. In recent publication, Rossi not only used written descriptions, but also images of the manuscript fragments identical to the material from Kidd's well-known website, representing them as her own work of reconstructing a manuscript using a proprietary scholarly method. Propriety? Apologies, I do not know what that means. What does this word mean? Ownership. Okay, so they're talking about the whole thing before. Part 7, more evidence of clear quoting. Okay, so there's more to this. My accusations. So we've already read this one. Not this one, though. Alright. Kidd contacted Receptio to ask for an explanation and received a diatribe from her secretary threatening illegal action in reply. Kidd documented the threatening response from Receptio and some of the evidence for Rossi's appropriation of his research on his blog. This is where #ReceptioGate took off. Kidd's Twitter followers began to notice certain elements of Receptio's website were suspect. For a start, many of its so-called staff and board members were stock photos that had been taken off the internet and photoshopped on a consistent background. No independent evidence could be found that most of them, including the secretary who had threatened Kidd with legal action, ever existed. Receptio's London address was revealed to be a registered office home to 268 other companies. Office photos of the Institute website were likewise phony. Okay, I don't know how loud this is for you guys, but I'm turning it down just in case. Look, this music's gorgeous. This music's lovely, but you guys need to hear me. In revenge, Rossi's husband, Da La Monaca, one of the few staff listed on the Receptio website who actually appears to exist, set up a Twitter account and email bot to spam Kidd with angry messages under the name John Doe's. Unfortunately, IT guy La Monaca neglected to consider that the email headers showed precisely who had set up the spam bot. The replies to the emails was his own. Couldn't even bother writing his own threatening copy, at least one was produced using ChatGPT. ReceptioGate took its most bizarre turn where a correspondent posted a screenshot purporting to show that Professor Anthony Rosell, listed as a member of Receptio's Scientific Advisory Committee, had been dead for over a year before his joining the Institute was announced. A video subsequently posted on the Receptio YouTube channel showed Professor Rosell, still very much alive, defending Rossi in a stilted performance whose resemblance to a hostage video did not go unnoticed by its bemused audience. Oh, okay, that's one of the videos we will be looking at that has the auto translation. If that's the vibe that everyone's getting, that's really fucking funny. Meanwhile, the people behind Receptio were frantically editing the Institute website and Rossi's publication to remove or alter these damning bits of evidence. One of the colour images Rossi had used without permission was converted to black and white in an updated version of her publication. Rossi claimed that the image had been sourced from elsewhere and then colorized using software to produce an image identical to the original from Kidd's blog. Evidence mounted on Rossi's research, including verbatim passages of various scholars in her other publications, uncredited. Ooh. By trying to cover her trail and intimidate colleagues into silence with threats of legal action, Rossi triggered the least appreciative of all internet phenomena, the Streisand effect. Oh yeah, that definitely happened in this. If you're unaware what that is, the Streisand effect is the way attempts to hide, remove, or censor information can lead to unintended consequence of increasing awareness. Clip top residents, which she attempted to suppress. Yeah, what was it? It's named after the American singer Barbra Streisand, who attempted to suppress the California Coastal Record Project's photograph of her clip-top residence in Malibu, California, taken to document California coastal erosion, inadvertently drew greater attention to the photograph. And that's why it's named after her. Investigations by other Twitter other nerds show that Rossi received funding of 20,000 Swiss francs, approximately 18,000 British dollars, from the Swiss National Science Foundation for the work delivered from Kidd's research. and approximately that much money, which is this much in British pounds, over her academic career. Receptio also offered courses in Rossi's supposedly innovative research methods, which appeared to involve little more than using the Wayback Machine to look for manuscript images on defunct websites. To the tune of $800 per academic year. $800 per academic year for one course? One course. That's a lot. It's also provided a residential fellowship program costing $700 per month, though it's unclear whether anyone signed up for them. At the time of writing, Dr. Rossi's honorary professorship at the University of Zurich appears to have been withdrawn, though possibly for reasons unconnected with Receptio Gate. A senior scholar who named once featured on Receptio website has taken to Mastodon to distance himself from Rossi and his Sprites Institute. Whether the Swiss National Science Foundation will take any action to recover its money is yet to be seen. Why should anyone beyond a small subset of very online medievalists what they're actually saying is, why should anyone beyond terminally online nerds care about what seems to be a fairly cut and dried case of academic malpractice, even one with all the twists and thrills of a detective novel? Because Receptio Gate has something vital to say about the frankly insane way that historical research is funded and disseminated both on the continent and the UK. Simply put, there are more qualified researchers who do useful and interesting work than there are academic jobs or grants to support that work. Those who do manage to find jobs and or grants are generally measured on the metrics such as publication rankings or the amount of grant money brought to their institution, rather than on the actual quality or importance of their research. This tyranny of quantification is compounded by the government systems like the Research Excellence Framework, REF, in the UK, which purports to access the quality of research undertaken in universities, but in reality does nothing of the kind, either in science or in the humanities. Reducing research to a numbers game incentivizes gaming the numbers, not scholarship. Unsurprisingly, the all-importance of numbers on both the individual university and higher education sector level has led in some instances to academic fraud. People set up spurious research institutes to capture grants, and they focus their efforts on producing derivative, if not actually plagiarized work, that can be published quickly, artificially boosting their publication merits. This appears to have been the modus operandi of the Receptio Institute. I'm surprised to see modus operandi in a post like this. Those who are most skilled at playing the system are often not the ones who do the best and most important research, simply because historical research and system gaming are too difficult to master and usually non-overlapping skill sets. Even in the normal, non-fraudulent courses of events, applying for competitive grants takes huge amounts of time and effort that could be much better spent on innovative scholarship than on form filling. Research on medieval manuscripts, with occasional exceptions such as the recent discovery of new documents showing that Geoffrey Chaucer of Canterbury Tales fame was not in fact a rapist, doesn't tend to cut through the mainstream. Research on medieval manuscripts. When did that cut through the mainstream? I don't remember any of this, but then again, I haven't read the Canterbury Tales, so I wouldn't know. Social media and blogs like Kids are the main ways scholars can engage the public, and many would like to do more to share their research outside the academy. However, this sort of outreach does not often count towards the numerical targets that are essential for researchers to meet in order to get or keep academic jobs. If you've ever wondered why academics seem mostly to talk to other academics, here's one reason. Many of us are, implicitly, penalised for spending time talking to the public, even as public outreach continues to be a buzzword in university management circles. Unlike scientists, humanities scholars generally need time rather than large amounts of money to do their work. A sensible system of research funding that decouples funding from artificial merits would improve the quality of research and reduce instances of fraud and waste. Proposals for such a system have abounded for years. Receptio Gate shows, once again, that it's past time to take another look at them. Holy moly, that's... I was not expecting that from the post that my mum sent me, but maybe I should have. She definitely likes to look into this stuff. Another game has incentivized bad behavior. I have definitely heard of, like, big cases of fraud, of academic fraud before. But this is the first time I've actually experienced one. Quick thank you to Charlotte Gothia. Oh, I'm so sorry if I butchered your name, for producing this article. And it's available on The Critic. I will be putting this in the description after the stream. Canterbury Tales? What the fuck is that? 24 stories. Middle English. It is widely regarded magnum opus. Okay, so it's an old book. Okay, cool. Nobody cares about your blog. Yep, you've definitely updated. Oh! so here's a reposting. Google deleted the previous version of this page, so I've removed the parts that are presumably the source of complaint. I tried to indicate the changes clearly. So, photo of Professor Carlo Rossi, the director, was removed. We won't read this as I've already read this. Noah DeSantis. Yep, number of sites. Edited their images all derived from the Receptio website removed. Carla Rossi La Monaca, and she's listed living in the same address as David La Monaca. The rest of this page removed. David La Monaca sent me an abusive email yesterday in which he confirmed that Professor Carla Rossi is his wife and first family. Oh, was not expecting this music. He also confirms his relationship to Professor Rossi in a series of tweets. That's not too loud, is it? This is definitely one of the louder songs, I do apologize. Edit, so that's December 26th edit. Photo of Professor Carla Rossi removed. Image removed, but you can find it by following the link immediately above. So that's why. So that was removed because there was a complaint made. Okay, fair enough. I will... Where's my... Here we go. Nope, that's the wrong one. There we go. But with that, it seems that we've got a few more things to read. Yes, more evidence of quoting. Let me just eat. So, Thursday, December 29th. How did I miss this one? Oh, we went through the Twitter thread, but I didn't look at the other ones. Yep, nobody cares about your blog. Promises, accusations, alleged plagiarism, backstory. So, my impression is that many people who have been on this roller coaster have been very interested in how the apparent copying was originally revealed. Oh. Ooh. Sorry. I'll give another example here. In my part 4 blog post I wrote, it's notable that Rossi admits that in her book she is quoting the Sonderbeat catalogue, and yet she does not cite it as a source. The context was the question of whether the text she was quoting came from a 2017 Sonderbeat catalogue or from my blog post. The context was not a discussion about where she got the images. This distinction will be important in a moment. First, the question of whether she cited the catalogue at all. Yes, she did. Her husband, David La Monaca, anonymous while trolling on Twitter, wrote that the catalogue is cited/quoted at least 10 times in the book. No trace of Mr. Kit's name in the whole catalogue. So as we see here, here is one of the tweets. Please read it entirely. Mr. Kidd is only just because he is superseded by the work of a true... Wow. Wow. Wow, egotistical much? Mr. Kidd is only jealous because he has been superseded by the work of a true researcher. Wow. Oh my god, this song is so quiet. Isn't it fun when I have a multitude of songs with different volumes and I never know which one's louder or not? So, any citation of the catalogue must presumably include the word Sonoby, or the Sonobys. But if we search the entire PDF for these search terms, we get only 6 hits, and 4 of these 6 refer to the auction in 1954, 2011, and 2015, not the 2017 catalogue that concerns us here. Okay. I do have this, remember, I do have this book. I was able to download it, so I can look at it if I need to. Now that I think about it, they can't do anything to my stream for looking at what was previously public information, right? We'll see! So Rossi cites the catalogue only twice, not at least 10 times, but let's not quibble. But in both cases, she is inadequately citing the 2017 Sotheby's catalogue as a source of images, not as a source of text that she is quoting. Before moving on, let's also just claim that in David Lamont's tweet above that there is no trace of Mr. Kidd's name in the whole catalogue. As others have pointed out on Twitter, my name appears at the front of the catalogue between the title page and the table of contents, under the head Specialist and Auction Inquiries. And for further information on lots in this auction, please contact any of the specialists listed below. I am listed as a consultant right under the in-house head of medieval and Renaissance manuscripts. So we got Dr. blah blah blah, their phone number, and their email address, which has been blurred out, and then Peter Kidd, consultant to the Sonobys. I'm not reproducing the whole page as it has names, images, and contact details of several people unrelated to the current issue. Thanks to David LaMonica's tweet and my attempt to verify its accuracy, I have decided to look at what Professor Rossi does say about the source of her images, having repeatedly denied that she got any of them from my blog site. It turns out to be quite revealing. I'm glad to acknowledge that all of what follows was inspired by Cute Observator by Mafurious on Twitter. I think we've referenced him a few times. Rossi lists the source of her images on page 21 of her book as a footnote to this sentence. Apologies. In applying the Wayback Recovery method to my search, I have scoured the web in pursuit of every single leaf of the manuscript sold at an auction since the book was disbanded in 2009. Footnote 3 starts by listing auctions in chronological order and then becomes unchronological at the very end. Huh? So, Bluesenberry, Peter Kiefer. Yep, 2019, yeah, 2011 BC, ABC. Huh. Yeah, why is that? When you do reference, okay, when you have a reference list, typically it's in alphabetical order. But the reference style that they're using, from memory, they do have to go in chronological order, not alphabetical order. Because I use, and also it could be because it's an official paper and not like an essay like what I usually do. Because I do APA referencing, American Psychological... Oh, what does APA stand for? American something. It all stands from America. But yes, that is weird that previously Sotheby's 23rd of May 2017 lot 34 is just here. Because lots 1, 2, 31, 32 and 33 are here, but then lot 34 is kind of just put on the end. So, Kit continues, I could go through this entire list of auction lots item by item, but I will concentrate on some of the most revealing. I provide a text in bold verbatim and the equivalent text from my blog list immediately above it. Lot 90 and lot 91. So that's the one... Her text is this one? 29 and 31. Okay, yeah, that's how you properly do it. Note that I misspelt this word with an extra T and she made the exact same spelling mistake. Yep, you pointed this out last time. I mentioned the auction number Auction 70 and listed both the start and end dates of the auction. Even though it is common practice to only mention the start date, she does the exact same things. The start and end date. Oh! Okay, that I wasn't sure of. As once again, I'm not someone who does use this referencing style. So, she does the exact same thing. So, note that there is no city, no auction number, no day of the month, and no lot number in her version, exactly as mine. Okay. I can explain all these features of my version because when I download the images file in 2009, I renamed it Reese 2009 10 lot 845. The 2009 10 suggests that the sale was in October, but the metadata of my image file shows that it was created on the 4th of August, which potentially contradicts an October sale date. When I wrote my blog text a decade later in December 2019, I was unable to verify the details, so I put in a question mark. So Hatong and Hatong, 18th of November 2009, lots 4, 5, 6, 7. Omitted lot 48. This might be because I listed it separately right at the very bottom of my page, or it might be because Hatong and Hatong apparently did not send her an image of the sleeve of the manuscript. The pixel size of my image of lot 48 is 357, 500, and here... Oh, and hers is the exact same. So we got this reference, looks the exact same. She did not supply any details such as the city, catalogue date, or lot number, exactly the same as my version. I'm going to assume that because his is in a more casual format, a blog post, that he doesn't put these because technically he doesn't need to. Like, that's just a guess though. So don't take me on that. But from what I can tell, Rossi was supposed to put in details such as the city, catalogue date, or the lot number. Okay. That's just what I'm gathering. So we got Christie's 11. Yep, lot previously Sotheby's. This wording looks similar. Maybe it's just a coincidence. In a list that otherwise entirely chronological, the natural way to express this would have been Sotheby's 23rd of May 2017, lot 34, reoffered, recording the 2017 sale. Yep, okay, so this was from him. This was his reference, and he didn't do it in chronological order because, well, this is in a more casual setting. That's what I'm thinking, but she just completely copied it and forgot to change that when she should have, because she is in a more professional setting. Here's another very suggestive detail. When I contacted Receptio a week before Christmas, the person who responded from Professor Rossi's email account forwarded to me 2 email threads between Rossi and the German auctioneers Hatong and Hatong. What the fuck is this music? This is not Monster Hunter. The emails were a request from Rossi for images and Hatong's responses, with a total of 10 black and white images attached. What I find interesting is that in her original request for these images, Rossi listed the auction leaves in this order. Hi. What? I'm screaming that this is not correct. You should... I feel like if you're requesting numbers, you should... Like, if you're requesting logs or requesting information, you might want to put it in a chronological date so they don't have to jump around. Just saying. The cells are not listed chronologically, and within each year the lots are not listed in sequence. Yeah, that's what stood out quickly to me. I actually didn't notice that it wasn't done by the date either. Yeah, 9th of November 2009, they're in the fucking middle. The order of the list precisely matches the order in which I list these same auctions on my blog site. However, because I arranged them in the order in which each manuscript leaf occurred in the original manuscript, not in the order in which they were auctioned. Ah. One last little detail. Rossi entered email to Hattung by saying in German, "Of course, I will thank you publicly in the book I'm about to publish." But searching the PDF of her book shows that she only thanked Hattung and Hattung in the captions of 2 images. The original folios 30B and 45R. Why would that be? It could be because for the other 8 ex-Hattung manuscript leaves, there is an alternate source of image in colour. My blog site. Coincidence? Cook sauce disaster. Okay, that's not related from what I can see. So we're going to just push that to the side. But okay. Let me just copy this. And that is this. Wait, how do you spell 8th? That 8th listed. Here we go. This is just my own. This is my own references. Don't worry, you'll get these in the description later. Don't worry. You'll get them soon. You'll get to play with your toys later. Alright. Now that's done with. What do we have here? Wayback Machine, Web Archive. It's not archived that URL. This page is not available on the website, maybe because. Okay then. Alright, so medieval manuscripts, yep. We know that's not available now. Premises, we've got that. Near the end, the following. Blue. I can't believe they did that. While we're on Twitter, let's explore. Why are those things trending? Hydrated channel the cat. Receptio. La da 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 da. Oh, hey, look, there's my tweet. Ooh. Today, the AHA issued the report to the ad hoc committee on the broadening the definition of historical scholarship. This report lays the foundation for a broad expansion of what constitutes historical scholarship. Oh, this is interesting. So this could be related. It seems like it is. As Lisa Fuggan Davis says, from this quote, at its heart, scholarship is to document and discipline conversation about matters of enduring consequence. This conversation, and hence the work of the discipline, is enriched and enhanced by the inclusion of diverse forms of scholarship, including blogs. So, quick thank you to Lisa for bringing that to our attention. Someone else said here, what's not new on the Receptio website is that they're still using stock images. Is there anything bad with using stock images? Like, for real people, I can like, obviously that's bad, but for actual, like, that's a stock image, but I don't know, unfortunately. Blog post has been removed and returns the message, sorry, the page you were looking for. I assume Google removed it on the basis that it contained private family photos. Yes. Oh, you archived it. What the hell is happening? Same. Guess they want you to write a new one. And it keeps going. Yeah, this didn't happen that long ago. That it was removed. Unlike scientists. Oh, that's the critic page. Unlike yeah, that's the page that we read not too long ago. Absolute state of academia. So that's going around. No wonder my mum found it. Decent place. Plagiarism threats a whole fake institute. It's got a lot. Right. What beautiful music as we explore academic fraud, plagiarism, scams. Perfect music for this. Sign developed that one of the threat emails sent to Peter was in fact produced using ChatGPT, but the internet is a garbage fire. What the hell is that? Mix of threats. Dear customer. Recurring phrase. Regenerate response. Oh. So that's what they mean. Still discovering more fake people. Oh, hello again, Dr. Polar. I don't remember where we stopped last time. I don't have a SoundCloud, but this was a special request. Medievals are not to be fucked with. Ooh. So, we got someone who actually looks into this. So, Giovanni Gaspari, my humble contribution to Receptio Gate appears at the introduction of Receptio's project on forgeries and fraud, March 2021, bears curious similarities to the header of an article by Levi Roach published on History Extra in February 2021. The irony. Ooh, Receptio. Ah, here's the original article. How does this keep becoming more ridiculous? I don't know. Unexpected turn of events. Said committee member is not the dead guy, but in fact, yep. Undead or possible hostage situation vibes. That's what everyone's saying, and I can't wait to watch that. You can and should donate to the Wayback Machine. The site does a lot for researchers and regular folks. Yes, absolutely. If you have money to spare, please do donate to the Wayback Machine. It does a lot. Oh, is this what we read today? I think it is. Doing research for formal or informal venues, scholars make stylistic choices and mistakes all the time. Sometimes at the behest of editors, sometimes based on our knowledge of the sources. These two are part of our intellectual property and should be treated as such. And the latest in Receptio Gate, it appears the sponsors have been removed from the footer of their website. In replies to Lisa fucking Davis, Susan Clubber suggests that the removal may be prompted by local reporting and links to said article. So there were sponsors at the very bottom. Ah, here we go, yep. And now they're gone. Just kidding, they're back. With a new one. Someone in the comments notes their university has already contacted Rossi about illicit use of their logo. Oh no. Oh, this isn't good. I'll be surprised, blah blah blah. Also, have you seen this profile? I can't work out what their involvement is. To Peter Kid. I got this one too. Another sock puppet? Possibly. Okay, we've got a thread by Johannes. What? Sorry, mate. I'm just gonna use your at JW. I'm gonna call you JW. I'll make sure to actually get your name if I reference you in my video. So apologies if you happen to see this right now, but I'm gonna call you JW. So. I haven't commented on Receptio Gate so far, and once in a while even felt pity for Carla Rossi in the last few days, as her career seems to be self-destroying in only a few days. Her latest post on Academia, however, is again so full of lies and falsehoods. If you don't know what Receptio Gate is, read the thread by Dr. Paula Curtis, and the blog post by Peter Kidd, which we have been doing. Carla Rossi has shared several PDFs on Academia to refute the accusations brought against her. As far as I could see, she deleted the first two, leaving only her latest response. Is this the latest response? Fuck! It's not there. In this post, written in Italian, she accuses Peter Kidd of changing his blog several times to incorporate results of her own work. She's trying to prove it by adding screenshots from the Wayback Machine. According to Rossi, Kidd changed his blog for the first time in August 2022 to add lot 36 of a 1781 auction as a possible identification for the manuscript. Both of them are discussing. This is however wrong. If you compare the archival versions, you could see that this detail was also part of the blog post by Peter Kidd when it was first called by the Wayback Machine on May 7th, 2021. There's a web archive here. Rossi is deliberately omitting the explanation what the dates given in the calendar means. This calendar view matched the number of times was called by the Wayback Machine, not how many times the site was actually updated. Okay. To make it short, either Carla Rossi does not know how the Wayback Machine works, which is a bit ironic given that she supposedly owns a patent to use it reconstructing dismembered manuscripts, or she's lying. Either could be true. Second, she accuses Kidd of adding a colour version of Fol 31V, St. Peter, to his blog between 25th and 27th of December, after her secretary forwarded the pictures to Kidd on December 22nd. And this again is wrong. A crawl with the respective site by the Wayback Machine on December 21st shows that Kidd already added the picture on this day or before. So, there is one thing I want to add. Please don't harass Carla Rossi personally and leave her family alone. As soon as a hashtag is getting big, some people think it's a good idea to write messages with bizarre threats or abusive language. This is never a good idea. Yep, I echo that same message. Please, for the love of fucking God, don't go out and harass Rossi or anyone in their family. That's just... no. So, continuing the thread. I did not think we would get back to this thread, but here we are. Seems like the best idea ever. It seems Rossi or her partner have created yet another account. This time sans threats and burglars. Seems that Rossi has also given an interview in Italian where she claims she's been receiving aggressive anonymous emails and threats to her family. Article linked in a tweet above the quote translation. Oh, we're reading that. This is the best song in Monster Hunter Generations, and no one could tell me otherwise. So, continuing. If that is true, that is horrible and should not happen to anyone, referring to the emails that Rossi has been getting. No one deserves that kind of treatment, that kind of harassment. In fact, Peter Kidd has been very careful to tell people not to do these things as the event unfolds. So, as Dr. Polar said previously, despite its faults, Twitter is an amazing place for folks to come together in the face of wrongdoing. Whatever your field, you should read about Peter Kit's unfortunate plagiarism adventures, which he's handling with admirable cool. Peter replies with, yes, Twitter is doing well with this one. Let's be careful not to get into doxing or speculating too widely. I'm sure that some innocent people are caught up in this. And another tweet, I think it's okay to post about where they don't live, even if they claim to, but let's not post personal details such as the address of where they do live. But it's also worth noting, 1, we should take all things said at this point with a grain of salt, as you always should. And 2, the use of our kids' photos on his site was done by Rossi, consciously editing them into the stock backgrounds when other photos were stock people. See Peter's post. That was taken away, we can't see that. 3, it really is a pot kettle situation to accuse someone of making anonymous emails and accounts to send threats and try to dox someone when that is the first thing your husband did a couple days ago. Maybe media coverage is not what you want when there are so many receipts. Yeah. Oh no, there is now a message of 2 defense videos up on Receptio's page. Aside from digging a deeper hole, surely putting students front and center in a scandal that could have serious repercussions for their careers is truly an awful move. Yep, that's the pop-up that we saw before. But perhaps someone could... I can't quite understand the Italian spoken. Could someone translate? I'm going to check this real quick to see if someone did translate. Oh. Damn it! Come on, man! Thank you. I wasn't imagining things. She is a medical doctor, and nothing she said has anything to do with the Recipio case fraud. This was the worst word salad that I've ever heard. This is actually a good reminder that one key issue in Recipio Gate is a total lack of regard for work by and on vulnerable academic groups. Not just independent scholars, but those who engage in public-facing scholarship and queer, intersex, gender-fluid studies. I did see that. So, as Yikes Industrial Complex, lovely name by the way, interested in what other examples of plagiarism the Receptio Gate hides, especially piqued by this tweet by what the fuck art history around the area-ish of expertise. I went digging. Hold on to your hats. Okay. There's so much. Mr. No Zoom. Online deadline. Our research center has been organizing an annual seminar on a cardiological topic since 2019. Intersexuality in pictures, gender fluidity, and medieval illuminated manuscripts. That sounds like a legitimately interesting topic. Quite familiar with the... Wasn't this taken? This looks familiar. Maybe I've just already seen this. God with Our Lady's attributes the femininity of Christ. We do not accept interventions either on the Vagina Christi or on Christ giving birth to the church. Topics that have been investigated at length at our research center. Transgender saints, monks, the hermaphrodite Adam, the iconography of queer characters in ancient French, Italian, German, English, or Spanish literary texts of the Middle Ages. Iconography of ambiguous bodies. Gender fluidity. Alchemical. Okay, Hebrew manuscripts. Papers can be presented in English, French, Spanish, and Italian. Yeah, sadly, this sounds like really fucking interesting. Wonder what this research is coming from their center. Ooh. Oh, someone replied, my abstract has been accepted to the seminar. Another one for a conference on the same topic. Haven't heard back from them ever since. So we got a link here. Yikes Industrial Complex. So here's his thread. Sierra's website and her alleged expertise spans an immense area. Now, don't get me wrong. One of my favorite professors in undergrad research early medieval sexuality and late early modern architecture. It happens. But I know the area that she has a current project on, intersexuality and hermaphroditism, funded by 3 institutions. Disclaimer, it's 3 a.m, so I'm not going to investigate the money side. Fair enough. Just note there's money involved. Okay, fair enough. Looking into the text of the proposal project description, I found not 1 but 5 different sources, quote verbatim, with no acknowledgement or biblio. Most likely others, but then phrases rung bells at me. Their project page, gender fluidity. First one I noticed made me furious, as just a very dear friend who's done research alongside myself. Ooh. Oh, so Lady Mead? Who's that? Sophie! Soph Sexton. Or Boris Gay. Soph Sexton, drag queen and researcher of medieval sexuality and contemporary performance art. Oh. A general ass. Same. Same. Note the title and project of Lady Mead's 2017 article, even similar, mentioning gender fluidity in medieval manuscripts. First 2 images from Sierra's proposal, last one from Soph Sexton's 2017 article. So this is Rossi's? Analyzing Christ's isolated side would be in Book of Hours. It's arguable that these images contextualize Christ's gender by drawing the focus on Christ's body to a prominent bleeding vulva. Starting from Christ's isolated side, wounding in the Book of Hours. Comparing these images to the shape of Christ. Okay. We're in the focus on Jesus Christ. Next 2, pics 1 and 2. Text root from the 1996 article by Carrie J. Netherman and Jacques True. Text lifted, slightly rearranged from Mike van der Luk's 2010 article. Okay, so yeah, this is Rossi's. A noted polymath, Allen wrote during the 1160s or possibly 1170s a work entitled De Plantur Nature? Oh yeah. That doesn't sound good. In the medieval debate about sex differences, the church cannot be understood only as an institution that defined and enforced a sexual code. As recent research by Peter Biller, Caroline Bunyan, Alan Boreal, Joseph Zangler, and others have brought to light, medieval theologians and canonists also participated actively in the learned discussions about the natural body. Recent research. So, it's funny because recent research by look, there's names here and others. Where's the date? Where's the recent? You have to put a date there. You almost referenced them, but you didn't put a date. Yeah, it mentions recent more than 10 years ago. Depending on your academia, it might be a recent discovery. Sorry. More than 10 years ago. That should have been referenced either way. Like, you're so close. You're so close. Last 2. Pics 1 and 2. Text lifted from Christophe Rocco's 2015 article. So in the learnt laws, Roman and canon law, hermaphrodites were relatively prominent from the 12th century on. Hermaphrodites could marry, inherit, act as witness, enter holy orders. The legal status of predominantly male hermaphrodites is clearly better. I think I've already read this because types either male or female. Hermaphrodites could enter holy orders, etc., according to the gender assigned to them. Yep. Laws and legal. Clearly better than that. Unlike women, for example, they could be ordained, but unlike men, dissipation was needed, such as ordination. Yeah, that's pretty blatant, and no reference whatsoever. So next one. Book of the Holy Trinity. This is one of the earliest alchemical manuscripts. It's also important as the text used as Trinity and Christ's Passion to allegorize alchemical content. This became very influential upon the alchemy that developed in the 16th century and later. About 23 manuscripts have survived, not all from the early period, and many of them contain a series of alchemical emblems, some with high-quality coloured drawings, others somewhat less competent. Same, my art. Though in general, the symbolism is preserved with only a few relatively minor variations. Pics 3 and 4, by the way, text ripped off from Adam McLean's, you guessed it, research blog with significant image repositories. Trinity. So, yeah, here we go. It's not... which part is it? I can't find it. Earliest alchemical scripts. Number... became very influential. I did see this somewhere. Okay, I must be blind, but I can't see it. Text ripped off from... Text ripped off from... Oh, here we go. About 23 manuscripts have survived. Not all from the early period. Contains a series of Yep, okay. Less competent. Okay, it's up here. It's this part. I was looking at the incorrect part. Okay, so that is plagiarized. I don't have a smart conclusion. I just have rage that trans and intersex academics and our allies are driven out of academia by the lack of funding and a hostile environment when people like her thrive. And I should have read this thread from What the Fuck Art History mentions but didn't link to. I only saw the one tweet from. Well, we're spending 2 hours on this. Now who's the plagiarist? Oh no, did you create one when someone already created what you went through? Oh god. Is it plagiarism when it was just simultaneously created together? Like, legit question. That's kind of funny. I'm so sorry, yikes. You could say that's a bit of a yikes. I should be working. Yeah, same. I am going to grab this first. Copy. Grab this thread. This is the start thread. Okay, yep. Yikes industrial complex thread. I have so many things up. Yikes industrial. What's your full Twitter name, buddy? Complex thread. I will be going back to these threads to collect the screenshots that these people have used. Obviously, with reference to them, because these people are doing a lot more research than I am at the moment. I'm literally just spouting out all the shit that they've researched. So, and who was it? Here we go. Y'all Rice. Oh, this is what I have read. This was, wasn't this quote tweeted by Dr. Paula? Yep, and essays. Here we go. Another example. Alright, so I'm going to grab this one too. Yale Rice thread. Yale Rice thread. Oh, I have a lovely collection of references, thanks to everyone. Genuinely big thank you to all the scholars who have been like looking through this. I hope I can make a video like worth watching and like showing everyone what's been going on, because that I'm jumping all over the place at the moment. Kamari, yep. So we saw this one. All those 2 borrowed blog posts included hyperlinks from the sources they cited. What song is this? Sorry, I have to... How dark your life could be. Borrowed blog posts include hyperlinks for the sources they cited, yet CR did not. It's rather surprising, since blog posts aren't even real scholarships. Oh wow, they did. Uncanny similarity between this passage from the same Intersexuality in Pictures project. Yep, another blog post, this one written in 2017 by a then PhD candidate. CR on the left, blog post on the right. Images Christ's gender by drawing the focus on Christ's body to a prominent bleeding. Yep. What we just read. Footnote. Selected bibliography included at the end of the description credits these 4 uncanny blog post authors. What do you think? Last one for now. CR on the left. Passages from Levon's Jesus Hermaphrodite. CR cites an essay of hers by Leah Devon, but not this one. Oh! Oh yeah, that's link to LeDun's article. It's been confused about who committed the alleged plagiarism documented here. Let me be clear. Rebus Elliott Kukla and Ruben Zellman, PDH student Sophie Sexton, and Professor Leah Devon and Christoph Walker were the alleged victims, not the perpetrators. Did you use a specific site/software to check for plagiarism? Just plugged a chunk of text quotes into Google. Yeah, who doesn't do that? Right. It's hard to overstate the long and recent current troubled past in medieval studies. Not just a matter of potentially stealing work and defrauding academic institutions, but doing so while utterly disrespecting labour by and on already underserved communities. I think, but graduate students benefit from my grift is not going to be the defence you think it is. They don't benefit if you just stole it from someone else. New troll account created today. Well, 4 days ago as the stream. Ooh, hi Carla David, looking forward to the investigation. Hi, Carla/David is the new Victor Victoria. What are you suggesting? Is there a drag queen to follow? Indeed, since the tweet is definitely not Carla or David, we could... Wait, I need to read this thread. So, Andrew, Andy, So, okay, since you're not Carla or David, I could just say that she is a crap scholar and a crap plagiarist who disgraces her field. Okay? Because it would be mean to say that to either Carla or David. And Bolin Books replies, David also seems to be a swaggering bully who thinks intimidating and insulting people is how to get one's way. Sadly, instead of coming across as macho, he's actually hilariously over the top. Since OP is not David, he of course would not be bothered by this assertion, or react with sneers, threats, and insults, as David likes to do. And Charles replies, and indeed, since this tweeter is definitely not Carla or David, we could say what a terrible person David must be, and how terrible his IT skills are for someone who is supposedly an IT officer. David's customer service skills certainly seem to be lacking. I have a feeling there's a long trail of office workers and secretaries who could tell us vivid stories about Carla or David. Holy shit, they just fucking wrecked him. Hello, Dave, we see you. Did they really need another hole to dig? No, they just provided us entertainment, that's all. Seems rather than focusing on trying to prove her own innocence and the validity of Receptio-Rossi has instead turned to personal insults and false accusations of manuscript trafficking. Lowers her discourse further, trying to insult Peter Kid's physical appearance, spouting more falsehoods and speculating Peter Kid is linked to the trafficking of manuscripts she claims to be investigating with the police. Oh, that's like a... Oh. Trafficking of manuscripts? I guess it's like... Yeah, you... The... What is this music? Shh. I guess it is like, what was it? When they traffic... like artifacts, like historical artifacts, when they're stolen and they're sold on the black market. I guess I shouldn't be too surprised. When I saw the word traffic, I didn't think that. Investigating with police. Okay, so that's in a different language. Rossi quotes a letter from the Professor Lucia Lazzarini. Central to the supposed exoneration of Rossi are tweets by... In Kabula, who Lazzarini argues denounces a defamatory campaign against Rossi. There is no wrongdoing, Lazzarini says, according to Inkabula. In Kabula, we see real evidence of personal financial gain on Rossi's part. I don't think I have. We definitely know that there was money for the research gains, and I don't exactly know how that works. So I won't argue that at the moment. Ironic that we've gone from blogs are not scientific texts, so their value is nigh, to presenting tweets, to presenting tweets as supposed support. That is kind of funny. P.S. I think it's appalling that Incubar has been dragged into this. Oh. Famous manuscript detective consulted by police around the world. Absolutely. So this is Stuart J. Brooks. I think I will have to reference this, so... Oops. Stuart J... Oops. J. Brooks. Come on, Google. There we go. To be fair, I have a lot of fucking tabs up, so... I should probably go check that out. I should probably... Alright. Web archive. Oh, someone actually archived this. Sport agenda. Oh, this is the... English, please. So this is the interview. Carla Rossi interview. Registration is closed. Oh yes, this was what we were looking at before. Price. Not that I could go to that. Page not found. Receptio EU gender fluid. Oh. Oh, Receptio. Where's your page gone? Where'd the page go? That might just be the internet being the internet. Third sex, the idea of the hermaphrodite. So this is the original paper that Rossi did plagiarize parts of this paper. Read and download, log in through your school. Or oh yeah, that's right. These cost money. I could log into my university later and grab this so I could take a good look. But I think most people have already done that, so I would just access the Twitter thread again if I need to. Yep, that's Leah Devon. Professor assigned to academia. Continue reading related papers. Is there any translation? Share this page. Oh no. Alright, we'll come back to that one. Make accusations. Okay, we've seen that. Same journal issue. Have we Peter Kidd? Okay, so this is Peter Kidd and Volkner. Right, and the rest. Wow, that's seriously. Huh? Oh, this is something completely different. I was thinking, what does art have to do with any of this? No, someone's talking about AI art and fucking over the system. By the way, that's not in support of AI art. No, I'm an artist. No, fuck AI art. No. Okay. Christia Lundberg, following Peter's revelations, much has been said in Receptio Gate about the possibility of fraudulent use of grant money. It could be important to look at the fee structure of their courses and fellowships. Okay, so I'm gonna quickly link this one. This is Christia Lundberg. Oop. Christia Lundberg. There we go. Is this one? Whoops, that's the wrong tab. I love this song title. I'm not gonna say it, but it's pretty fucking good. So, oh, this is Stuart J. Brooks. Where's... Okay, there's Christy. They're going to quickly go over this. Receptio offers a one-year course in the Wayback Recovery Method for this much, 8,000 British dollars. A limited number of scholarships is available. These, however, only discount fee to the 4,000. Might this expensive course explain the puzzling attempt to copyright a patent and scholarly method? Receptio also has a residential fellowship program whose description is partly lifted from Itati. They charge $700 per month for Wi-Fi, electricity, and cleaning. There is more than one way to commercialize a research institute. Oof, is all I have to say to that. Oh, Mastodon. Okay. Rossi seems to say that the stock photos of the Receptio pages are due to a technical problem. That doesn't seem credible to me. Among other things, Kidd posted a link showing pages that have recently been deleted from receptio.edu. There I find an image of myself, clearly a photo montage that I never knew anything about. This is Bernard Huss. Along with other notable colleagues, I seem to be enlisted on the Receptio EU website for a while as a member of Receptio's organisational staff. I never was. Rather, Rossi asked me, together with a number of very renowned colleagues, some time ago if I would like to be a member of the scientific advisory board of the so-called Dante Institute of Receptio. I took part in the first meeting of this body and then carefully withdrew. So, obviously, they want to use us primarily to involve Istulurious guests. Faulkner responds, the website has included various lists of people with photos, the operational staff has been deleted, and the board of directors / scientific committee and editorial board seem to have evolved quite a bit. I did notice your name and photo on the list. Bernard replies, first there was for some time a correct information on the recently constituted scientific board of the Dante Institute. Obviously this was removed at some point and substituted by those fake pictures that showed all of us with the same background as the fake lawyer and the fake staff. All relevant info about the Dante Institute has been deleted, including email addresses of Rossi. Little correction, the lawyer's bookshelves were different from the others, probably because he wasn't supposed to work with us in the same IKEA environment. That's a good pickup. That's a good pickup. This is Bernard. I'm gonna put Bernard Huss just for my own reference. I don't remember what that was for. Oh, by Peter Madler. This blog was written by Peter Madler, professor of the modern cultural history at the University of Cambridge. Peter is on Twitter at PeterMander1. This is the fourth in a series of blogs reflecting on the REF. Full list of blogs of this series can be found here. Following the announcement of the results of the REF 2021, join us for a short in conversation with David Sweeney, Executive Chair of Research England at 3 p.m. on Thursday. To register for this webinar, please click the following link. Okay, cool. Sorry about that, but I do not think I can join that. So, I've been involved with successful national research assessment exercises for now 30 years, as contributor to and author of institutional submissions, and later as an assessor, a member of the National Panel for History in 2008 and 2014 exercises. Used to stand up for these exercises as, first, the least worst way to distribute limited government research funding across the wide range of universities that has emerged since the early 1990s. And second, as a means to preserve the essential element of peer review in that assessment. Alternatives, metrics, non-expert views, criteria have little to do with the quality of research. Didn't bear thinking about it, so I was willing to put in literally months and months of work, collating colleagues' works, writing long bureaucratic documents to grease barrack rules, reading hundreds and hundreds of books, chapters and articles. So it's now not so sure the research excellence framework, no longer at all much about excellence or even research. Current exercise direct assessment of research counts for only 60% of the outcome environment. Okay, 50%. Oh, environment is 50%. Impact, 25. We're told every exercise will be told after this one that they, meaning the business department, will insist on more for impact next time. Transpire. External to that document, which runs to 5 pages, I don't understand the level of expertise. Okay, so this is just going over... Alright, so I know what this is going over. I think this is going over... Yeah, search results. Some things worked well. What have we learnt? The research generation. Reflections on purpose before the big reveal. Politicians. Yeah, it's more about... Okay. I'm going... This is by Simon Green. This is Ref 221. I might need this. Sorry that I went quiet. I was just trying to see if this was actually worth reading out loud. What song do I even have on right now? Oh, we restarted. Okay, cool. I thought I'd gone to the Ace Attorney and I was about to fucking bawl my eyes out, as usual. Yeah, this. This. Wow, imagine being accused for that for 150 years and then getting your name just cleared suddenly. Look, I know this has nothing to do with it and I'm not going to look over it. Okay, I can't look over it. But that's kind of funny. More Receptio. And we will look at the videos in a moment. What do we have here? I need to look at that. History matters. What images? So that's another thing I will, that was in, I know that was in the, what's it called? Oh, what's it called? Twitter thread. I'm sorry, I'm a little tired, if you couldn't tell. All right, we do have this to read, but before we, I did Carl Rossi interview. Okay, so I did look at that. Turn on push notifications. No. Before we get to that though, we're going to take a small break because oh god, my voice hurts. So just let me eat for a little bit, and then we'll hop into we'll look at the interview, and we will look at the videos as well. And see if we can find any more information. And if we don't, I will start writing the script live because why not? I think compiling all the information live will do a lot. I would think that would do a lot. So I'll see you guys soon. Jesus. Hi, I'm back. Little known fact about me, I'm a competitive Pokemon player, and apparently we're changing the series rules next month. I've barely had time to do ranked battles this month. What, the game came out in November, and then was the holidays for December, and then we got January. Did they really expect us to ladder in those 2 months before changing the rules? We're adding freaking Paradox Pokemon. What the fuck? No. Oh god. Oh no, we're adding Paradox Pokemon. Fluttermane is going to destroy every fucking thing. Alright, that rant over. Let's return back here. I am still eating. I have not finished this. Oh, thank god that didn't show my Discord. Alright. No, please turn it back to English. English, please. There we go. Yeah, whatever. Okay, the outburst of Professor Rossi, currently at the center of an international academic controversy, a stain on 30 years of career. If there's anyone who hasn't had a good Christmas, it's undoubtedly Professor Carla Rossi, the academic from Lugano, appointed professor at the University of Zurich. Right after these holidays, ended up at the center of an international dispute that started from a blog across the channel and resonated from social to social as far as Switzerland and Ticino. New Zealand too. Hi, how are ya? Suddenly, very aggressive emails and messages started arriving from people I didn't know and from anonymous addresses or with false names, Rossi tells us. In some cases, there were really open threats, even to my family. These have been really difficult days, and I can't deny that my health has suffered from it. Hence the decision to file a complaint with the competent authorities. A case exploded in England. Let's go in order. Everything starts from a British medievalist scholar and from a text written by Rossi and published by Receptio, the centre created and managed by the Lugano company. Within this publication, says the Englishman, the author would have taken some passages and an image of a manuscript without mentioning the source. From here, the man, in search of clarifications, contacted the Recipio offices in London and, not satisfied with the answers, began to investigate, starting from the website and publishing the results on his blog, in a series of posts of which they started circulating become relatively viable in academia. See, hi, you're missing a little bit of information. I understand that this was in a completely different language and you might not have gotten all the information, but you're missing the detail of the secretary and how rude they were to Peter Kidd, and you don't even have his name at the moment. Continuing. Initially, the photos of the staff and the locations did not convince the British. According to him, the internet search would have given quite surprising results, namely that part of the staff employed by the centre would actually be made up of fictitious people whose photos would have been downloaded from stock photo sites. A thesis, that Rossi denies, however, omitting its likeness. In a version given to colleagues at 20 Minton, also confirmed, he confessed that the website carried generic photos of filler that should have been replaced soon. Reason is the website has always remained a little behind. We have few, and it's not always possible to do everything. So the update has been postponed, also for cost reasons. So they're just saying that Rossi denies that these people don't exist. The reason that they used these photos is because they just needed something there before they can get professional photos taken. So, another delicate point raised by the blogger is the issue of the London office. There's two with spaces overlooking the Thames illustrated by stock photos, while for the Lugano office in Orlino, the photos are real. How come? In London, we only have the administrative office to which correspondence can be delivered or text and books can be delivered, which would then be delivered to us. At the time of writing on the Receptio website, the London office is no longer mentioned. Not convinced by what he discovered, the Englishman thus began to question Rossi's entire career by collecting quotes from the other Twitter users and even going to count them in his pocket, citing the amount of research grants obtained from the National Fund Swiss. From the Lugano native, this is a really low blow. These funds are obtained over a lifetime and not only from me, also from the researchers and projects I've worked on. Do you really think that the fund supports projects like this without justification? It's a really despicable thing. So 30 years of career are questioned, and in a world like the academic, one these stains are difficult to erase. Yeah, you don't say. Speaking of universities, what is the University of Zurich doing about it? Where is Rossi still a professor? According to what was conferred by the university, again the colleagues from 20 Minuten, I don't know what that is. It could be a translation error. Yeah, okay, that's news. Question is being examined by the ethics committee, but the presumption of innocence always applies. As it should. As it should. The stance denies some rumours related to the articles on the British blog, according to which her role would have been suspended. This is also a blunder since I'm not lecturing in Zurich. The title will naturally expire this April, so there's nothing scandalous about it. According to her, the problems to raise are quite different. No one has asked them themselves, who is this gentleman who attacks me, who is backing him? You know his name. Is he alone, or does he use other fake No. Why would he use fake identities? Why does he do it, and why so? If there's only an academic dispute involved, couldn't we resolve it with a discussion, a conference, or a publication? That's how you do it in these cases. Didn't you guys try to, though? An argument, this of fictitious identities, which was raised, however, in relation to Rossi herself on some local social posts. So, has the Lugano woman ever used pseudonyms? I've used them, yes, but only when I wrote novels or texts that weren't purely academic. So I was told to do so when I started my career with the university, and so I continued to do so in the years to come, keeping the two things separate. I did it, and it's not a secret. It's also written on my Wikipedia page, which, among other things, have been sorted and modified these days. Okay. So that was, Or because of a manuscript they thrown at my family. That should not have happened. At all. Yeah. Yeah, I agree on that. A bit of a biased take. Then again, it could be the translation. That's always a possibility. That it's just translation didn't come out well. Alright, sorry, already downloaded that. Gateway timeout. Oi! I just watched this video by the author L.M. Lowenthal on YouTube. Oh. Viva la Monaca. Okay. I think we're going to avoid that because that's got the kids in there and I don't know how old the kids are. So I'm going to keep them out of that, especially for now. I might look into it off stream, but on stream we're not looking into that. Honestly, I'm fairly sure Receptio Game has been my Christmas present from the universe. Someone could write a whole blog post about the companies that Carlo Rossi has been involved with. Oh, God. The COA Academic Press, company number... Okay, yeah, we got statement of capital, monocle articles adopted. Change in name by resolution. Yep. Confirmation statement. Accounts for dormant company. Registered office address. Registered office address changed. Pilgrim Street, England. Yep, here we go. That's the termination of appointment of Carlo Rossi as director. Director's details changed for Professor Carlo Rossi. It's a person with significant control. First Gazette notice for compulsory strike-off. Dissolve via compulsory strike-off. What does that mean? The change in registered office does not take effect until the register has registered this form. It's in English at least, so I can have a look at these. The company will be struck off the register and dissolved not less than 2 months from the date shown above. Upon the company's dissolution, all properties and rights vested in or held in trust for the company are deemed to be bon vacatia and will belong to the Crown. Okay. Company name. So that's the company name. That's their number. Original name, Professor Carlo Rossi. Date of birth. New details. Date of change. Usual residence address of this person is not changed. Authorization. Application. Company number. TCLA Academic Studies Ltd. is incorporated under Companies Act 2006. Situation office in England and Wales. Winlock Avenue. SIC code. Private company. Professor Carlo Rossi. State usually resident of Switzerland. Date of birth. University professor. I hope this doesn't have public information. This might have public information. Not public information, sorry. Give me just a second. I need to be careful here. Class for shares. I understand that this is a public thing, but I want to be careful. This is a public document. Authorization. Okay. Okay, so there was no like none of like Rossi's like actual addresses here. Okay, cool. Application private limited company. All right, I'm going to download that myself. This is of the Academic Express LT. Founded 2017. Has been published. Has been published an international lender based in 2020. The publisher changed its name and became Receptio. Right, okay. Company's house in this day incorporated under the Companies Act. Okay, so this is Receptio. Receptio Academic Press. Yep, okay. Alright, I'm going to copy. So what was this about? Someone should on the companies that Carlo Rossi has been involved with. Fairly sure someone will, since this has exploded. Worth checking her other books for plagiarized content. Good use of AI. I'm currently trying to get permission to share a very interesting comparison of 2 texts from a decade ago. Previously the sole director. They were both registered, not remotely as charities are similar. Not them registering their dodgy business a block from my local pub. I'm just trying to think, what should I call this? Company information. We'll say that. Company information. Company information. How many references is that now? Wow, what was it? I start with a small paragraph. I go a bit into the thread. And then I start with go to the blog post, but there's more than a blog post now. Oh, fuck me. Going to plagiarize from a humble little blog, I would simply make sure that the blog had never been a curator of the limited manuscripts at the BL. Errors and printing mistakes to establish the affiliation of written texts. Yeah, I should be working. Okay, we got yours in there. Huh! I am the author of the description of the Solar Beast catalog. Oh, deleted minutes ago. Dr. Elizabeth Savage. Oh my god, thank you. Dr. Elizabeth Savage, thank you. I need to link that as well. I'm gonna put Dr. Savage because your name is fucking awesome. I wonder what the juxtaposition of this entire stream is. We've got someone looking into this big academic, like, huge thing in the academic field that's going on at the moment, and there's like video game music in the background. That must be some sort of whiplash. Whoops. Breaking Scooby-Doo starring Linda. That's good. Oh. Receptio Gate. Sources. Suzanne. Okay. Suzanne Kleiber. To be fair, this is a research stream, so me just collecting evidence makes sense. Alright. But I do want to look at some of these on stream so I can just go back whenever the fuck I want. I'm going to have to look at that later. What's that? Oh, no, I thought that was the kitty cat. Nope, I thought the cat was scratching at my door. Oh. Oh my god, what's this? Hi Zachary, you've been invited to join the discussion of Professor Rossi research center. When was this? Zach? You need to do it. Yep.
Before we go, can you come lock the screen behind us?
Zach. Zach, Zach. Discussion. No, Zach, please tell me you did it. To be clear on the evidence so far, Rossi is guilty of multiple instances of outright plagiarism, violation of academic standards, and grotesque rudeness. It is for the police and Swiss courts to decide if she is guilty of criminal fraud. She may very well be. So this should not be treated as online entertainment. Yeah, unfortunately a lot of things like this do get treated as entertainment. Oh, this is in Kabola. Should be super police and Swiss courts, yes. It's a bit sad, really. Carla Rossi accused of taking plagiarism, now Rossi is accused of trafficking manuscripts. Must say I'm glad this one side character was only in Receptio Gate for one episode. The homophobia, illegal threats, and all-around meltdown really destroyed the mood. But does the sleeping expose grift and in the possession of exposing faulty model and published perish? Campus, off-campus, other sponsors. University overhead rate, also referred to as F&A rates. How not-for-profit institutions profit from research funded by external grants. Copyright. I could see kids fan t-shirt with those watching Scandal. I can't explain right, but Receptio Gate would not have the same flavour on Mastodon. I am never leaving this bird app. I'm retweeting that. Fucking same, Laura. Same. Alright, I think we're going to give Twitter a little bit of a break. So stay at academia. We will go into these videos very, very soon. I know I just came back, but I've just been quickly asked to do a few things, so enjoy the Monster Hunter music. Alright, I'm back. Let's pause this music, and I'm going to turn the desktop audio up a little bit more, because to end off the stream, we are going to watch this video and hopefully the other two if there's translations available. The reason why we're going to be ending it off soon is because I've actually got other stuff to do that's just come up. I've just been asked to do. So we're going to do that. We're going to watch these last ones, and then I'm going to just continue on researching in my own time after the stream is done. The stream has been more for people to join in whenever they need to, and for archival purposes for myself for the video. So I think ending it off soon would be good. Also, my voice, I am getting pretty tired. Not as bad as it was on Wednesday, but it's getting there. It's getting there. Alright. Go away. So, Professor Antoni Rossell. Oh, hello, ads.
Different about a Book-a-Badge holiday home?
No, I don't. Go away. Okay. Subs, Spanish auto-generated settings. No. Auto-translate. Here we go. To English. Now, reminder, this is auto-generated, so naturally, it could be really inaccurate. So let's try and take this with a grain of salt.
Mi nombre es Antoni Rossell y soy profesor titular de la Universidad Autónoma de Barcelona. Nos ha sorprendido mucho la campaña de difamación sobre la persona y la actividad y trayectoria profesional y académica de la profesora Carla Rossi de la Universidad de Zúrich, en Suiza. Y digo que nos ha sorprendido porque desde el inicio de su carrera y concretamente su tesis doctoral editada en Edizione dell'Orso sobre el peregrinaje de Carlomagno a Oriente, su actividad ha sido intachable. Intachable y valorada académicamente como de gran calidad y rigor académico-científico.
Okay.
Y concretamente con el centro Receptio, con el cual yo he colaborado, cuyas actividades son valoradas por la comunidad científica como muy positivas y fructíferas. No entendemos esta campaña de difamación que además no aporta ningún documento ni prueba de las graves afirmaciones que se vierten en ella.
Okay, there is proof to these allegations. There is proof, but they are correct in saying that it hasn't really been combined into a document of sorts. That's kind of why I've been jumping everywhere, because it is kind of just everywhere, all the information, all the allegations. So I guess positive, a video is going to be coming out that will document everything. Maybe that's what you're looking for, sir. Maybe that will help. I don't know if my video will actually make any waves. I don't expect it to. I'm just making this for fun. It's just a really interesting topic, and I think it'd be fun to share it with other people. But he does have a point in that it's not being like put it in one place. It is all kind of spread out, and there is a bit of hearsay in some places. Well, naturally there would be. It's not that I've seen it. It's that that's more of a probably exists, because people could say, well, I can accuse this guy of killing a dog. Doesn't mean it's true. It's not true, by the way. Do not take that statement seriously. That is just me throwing out stuff because he's involved in the situation. And let's say that information spread and people started to spread it without proof. Well, maybe a full document could have actually helped in showing, no, this statement is not true, but we haven't seen that, and I can understand his point in, you know, there's no documents holding all this proof, because there is proof. It's just everywhere, and probably mixed in with some stretches and speculation. So, there. Let's continue.
Nos gustaría poder contrastar estas afirmaciones. Los estudios de la profesora Carla Rossi sobre códices medievales y manuscritos son ejemplares. Recientemente la profesora Rossi ha escrito un trabajo encomiable sobre texto y música en la obra de Dante. Podría citar muchos otros trabajos, pero creo que no hace falta. Por tanto, desde la comunidad científica, y me hago eco de la opinión de muchos de mis colegas, creemos que esta campaña es inaceptable. Y por tanto, exigimos o bien que se presenten pruebas de las graves acusaciones o simplemente que no se tenga en cuenta esta campaña burda y absurda. Nuestro respaldo a la actividad profesional y académica de Carla Rossi, que certificamos que es ejemplar.
Okay. That statement didn't say a lot. It didn't really say too much. Video against defamation of Carla Rossi. It's not that the blogger and his associates. I'm sorry, but I love that. I was surprised he didn't state at one point, "Hello, I am Professor Antonio Rossell. I'm not dead." Maybe he did, and the translator just didn't pick up on that. Alright, so that didn't really say anything, and I'm trying to compile this evidence into my video, but I might not be successful in grabbing all of it. Oh my god, Grammarly, go away. Fuck you. This is in Italian. Auto-translate, so we can translate this now. Awesome. I wasn't able to do this... Was it? I think it was Wednesday. So perfect, we can look at this now. Fantastic.
Buonasera, mi chiamo Arianna e sono una dottoranda presso l'Università degli Studi di Cassino del Lazio Meridionale. Faccio questo video con immenso piacere, dopo aver appreso della campagna di diffamazione e di odio che sta vivendo il centro Receptio. Stiamo iniziando e andiamo verso un nuovo anno, un momento in cui dovrebbe esserci luce, comprensione e momenti di gioia, di felicità. A tale proposito vorrei ricordare, proprio in riferimento a questo momento di diffamazione, il motto della Fenice, l'araba Fenice, post fata resurgo. Un motto che parla di resurrezione e proprio in riferimento all'anno nuovo che sta per venire e a questa situazione credo che sia doveroso ricordarlo. Ho conosciuto il centro Receptio esattamente un anno fa, quando, proprio avendo iniziato questo nuovo percorso di vita, quindi quello del dottorato, ho scoperto tramite un avviso della mia università della possibilità di partecipare ad un ciclo di conferenze, quindi di seminari gratuiti presso il centro Receptio. Ho avuto la possibilità di entrare a far parte degli studenti che seguivano questi corsi e proprio grazie a questi incontri ho avuto la possibilità di conoscere non solo la professoressa Rossi, ma anche i suoi collaboratori, Noemi soprattutto, che ringrazio e ringrazio tutti loro ovviamente per la solerzia e l'aiuto. All'interno del centro Receptio e attraverso ovviamente questa esperienza ho avuto la possibilità proprio per il mio percorso di vita, quindi di dottorato, di scoprire e di attuare delle nuove strategie intellettuali e soprattutto di vita, quindi interiori, a livello del progetto che sto vivendo. Quindi qua non si tratta solamente di manoscritti di storia dell'arte e di letteratura, ma si tratta di tante cose, poiché qui nel centro Receptio ho avuto la possibilità di trovare quell'interdisciplinarità e soprattutto quella cultura che attraverso il prefisso greco meta diventa metacultura, ovvero una cultura che va oltre, che abbraccia tanti campi del sapere, non soltanto del passato, ma anche del presente e del futuro. Proprio qui, attraverso questa apertura intellettuale e anche questa esperienza di vita e di interiorità che ho potuto affrontare, è stato fondamentale per me, e lo è, ribadirlo, la collaborazione all'interno della classe.
Okay, I'm just going to pause it here just for a moment. I don't know, this could be the translator, but they're not really saying anything substantial at the moment, more that just Receptio, like, help that they were a student that participated in maybe the courses of Receptio, and they are very thankful for that, which, how do I put this? I don't know if the courses are legit or not, and they may very well be. So why bring Ariana into this? Ariana is a student, and I don't know, do they work somewhere else? This could screw them out of a lot of opportunities. I don't know. Okay, we'll watch the rest of the video, and I'll see if I could try and, like, sort out my thoughts on this.
Dei seminari e delle conferenze, perché attraverso il confronto con gli altri studenti, con la professoressa e con altri professori che hanno partecipato all'incontro, ho potuto veramente capire come le opinioni, anche contrastanti, siano poi diventate un tutt'uno, perché attraverso lo scambio che ognuno di noi come studenti ha avuto, queste proprie opinioni sono diventate le opinioni di tutti e viceversa si sono integrate, creando quel noi che diventa fondamentale all'interno della cultura. Un ringraziamento quindi per tutto questo che diventa fondamentale non solo nel lavoro ma anche nella vita. Oltre a ciò, ribadisco ancora come tutti questi seminari erano gratuiti, quindi assolutamente per tutti noi studenti così è stato. Lo vorrei ricordare, e questa è una mia opinione personale, come la cultura sia universale, e la stessa cosa il sapere. Cultura e sapere universali, dove non esiste l'io, ma esiste il noi, dove questa universalità diventa quella cosmicità del sapere e della cultura che ci rende liberi, ci rende umani. Michael Ende diceva che è molto più facile dominare chi non crede in niente. La cultura ci dà una coscienza e ci rende liberi, e questa è la verità. E proprio questo è per me fondamentale, e ci tengo a ribadirlo oggi, proprio in riferimento ad un nuovo anno verso cui stiamo andando. E questo, lo ripeto, diventa per me importante, soprattutto nel momento che il centro Receptio sta vivendo. Dunque la mia solidarietà per questa situazione difficile, ricordando ancora il motto della Fenice, quindi la resurrezione dopo il dolore.
Selling out is one of the best things.
Wix, shut up. Okay, so... Okay. As Ariana states, this is her personal opinion, and she is absolutely allowed to voice her opinion and side with Receptio. She has every right to do that, and I completely understand why she would do that. The video itself, however, doesn't really say much. It's not... I don't know what I was expecting. I was expecting... I feel like a defense of them, but this was... Was it? From the analogy that Ariana gave us, I feel like the Phoenix resurrection of the New Year. I think they're saying that Receptio will come out of this, and they will not be revived, like not literally, but they'll be okay after this. Like after all the pain and all the accusations are gone, they'll be fine. And if she if she believes that, she has every right to. That's completely fine. But I don't understand why this was put on the YouTube channel and why they're putting the spotlight on one of their students. A student whose future could very well be impacted by this video and by their association with Receptio now. Especially if this goes to court and they find that Receptio has been, or that Rossi has been plagiarizing, is guilty of plagiarizing or guilty of scamming. If they do find that, then this student could very much be screwed, and that I don't like to think that. Okay, we've got one more. Well, maybe one more. Hello, sir. Do you have auto translation on? Yes, you do. Okay, cool. We've got one more video to go through. Professor Romeo Bufalo.
Buongiorno, mi chiamo Romeo Bufalo. Ho
Buongiorno.
insegnato fino a poco tempo fa estetica all'Università della Calabria. Faccio anche parte, sono membro del comitato scientifico della Fondazione
The Reception Foundation of Receptio, okay.
Direttore, direttrice, la professoressa
Director.
Rossi. La ragione per la quale ho deciso di fare questa testimonianza video è una ragione prevalentemente etica, oltre che scientifica e accademica. Si tratta di questo. Giorni fa ho ricevuto una strana mail da parte di un giornalista svizzero, il quale mi informava di una serie di attività aventi per oggetto appunto la Fondazione Recipio e l'attività della professoressa Rossi. Insomma, io mi sono allarmato e ho vedere come stessero le cose. Mi sono accorto che
I realized that a against
mediatica, infamante sostanzialmente,
essentially aimed at throwing mud on her figure and on the foundation, which has been directing for some years.
Naturalmente questi operatori, diciamo così, del fango,
Let's say of the mud,
hanno
were pigs
raggiunto I membri della fondazione ai quattro angoli dell'Europa
in the four corners of Europe and trying to intimidate and terror. Ooh.
E soprattutto le persone più deboli e gli studenti, che sono appunto tra quelli deboli i più deboli. Questa operazione, devo dire francamente, mi sembra
Frankly, it seems to me dangerous as well as disturbing, and therefore I wanted to stigmatize on an ethical level. As regards my personal relationships with Professor Rossi, I must say that I met her. Sorry, I'm going to pause it there. Before he goes into his, how he knows Professor Rossi, I do have to say that if harassment has been sent to other people of Receptio and their students, that is not okay. How else do I put it? Unacceptable. There we go. That's absolutely unacceptable, and that should not have happened. And I agree with Professor Bufalo here. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing your name. That should not happen. That type of harassment to all these people who could be completely innocent. No, absolutely not. Basically, yes, I agree with him on that. That should not happen. And if that's what made him make this video, he has every right to, of course he does. And I echo that same message. Please do not send any harassment to Professor Rossi, their family, any students of Receptio, any other members of Receptio, anyone who is actually a part of Receptio. Do not send them any harassment. Do not send them any emails, tweets, whatever. Never okay. Never, ever, ever okay. Alright, let's continue.
Di un volume da me curato contenente gli scritti di estetica e di filosofia dell'arte del nonno della professoressa Rossi, cioè del filosofo italiano Mario Rossi, il quale
Rossi
prematuramente nel 1978, quando la professoressa Rossi aveva, credo, una decina d'anni. Io, naturalmente incuriosito di questo fatto, il fatto di conoscere la nipote del mio professore, del mio maestro, ho proposto alla professoressa Rossi di come dire, scambiarci i nostri lavori, le nostre ricerche, ed ho potuto constatare, ho avuto modo di constatare quanto lei avesse ereditato dal nonno, diciamo, la grande versatilità. In particolare mi hanno colpito positivamente i suoi lavori sulla storia della pittura, sul bronzino, sul Caravaggio, ma anche i suoi lavori di carattere storico-musicale, teorico-musicale, i suoi lavori di letteratura medievale. Basti citare per tutti il bel volume pubblicato nel Classique Garnier su Marie de France. Insomma, quasi tutti questi lavori sono animati soltanto da un rigore filologico notevole, ma anche da una considerevole dimensione teorica. Fra l'altro io ho collaborato recentemente alla rivista sono felice pertanto di rinnovare tutto il mio appoggio, il mio sostegno, soprattutto la mia stima e la mia vicinanza alla
closeness to Professor Rossi.
E mi auguro che presto questo si faccia chiarezza su tutta questa triste ed incredibile vicenda.
Okay. So what these 3 videos are more or less talking about, they're just trying to vouch for Rossi's character. Professor Buffalo here certainly has like a close relationship with Professor Rossi, and naturally I do think that means that there is some inherent bias with them being, which shows in them being so, I guess, protective of her, calling what's happening a defamatory campaign. Is that what he said, or is that translation? You know, defamation, all that. The thing here, though, is that none of these videos have actually addressed what was said. I wasn't expecting that, to be fair, but I'm still surprised that was Peter Kitt's name even said in any of those videos? I don't think they were. No, his name isn't said whatsoever, which is really weird. Yeah, his name's not said. None of his claims are actually mentioned. They're all kind of just vouching for Rossi's character. And once again, I must state, they have every right to do that. They have every right to side with Rossi, state their support and all that, even if I do wonder how that's going to affect Ariana in the future. But that aside, they have every right to do that. But I don't understand what the point of these videos are. They don't say anything. I was expecting something from them, but I don't. It looks like I didn't get anything. Oh, what a way to end the stream. All right. Thank you everyone for joining me for this stream. Hopefully this is the last one. That this is the last stream I'll be doing. I think now I've got enough information and enough documentation where I can just go through everything, write this script, and just get the video out. With all the links I have, I should be able to gather all the screenshots I need, use the Wayback Machine if I need to. I'm sure people have put Receptio, the Receptio website, in the Wayback Machine, and things have been, documented. So I'm gonna keep going through everything, but hopefully this is the last research stream. And if I ever bring this up again, hopefully it's when the video is actually made. So once again, thank you all so much for watching. Next stream, either an art stream or another Cult of the Lamb stream. I would love to get back to that game. But if it's not an art stream, it's not a Cult of the Lamb stream, well then who knows. Let's hope it's not another research stream. Alright. I've got some stuff to do. I hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you when I see you. Bye now!